Moses' birth and preparation. Years after Jacob's family moved to Egypt because of a famine, a different Pharaoh came to power in Egypt. Jacob's descendants, now called Israelites, had become a large nation. The new Pharaoh was worried that the growing number of Israelites would try to defeat Egypt's army and escape his rule. Pharaoh started using the Israelites as slaves to build his cities. He made them work very hard so they wouldn't want to get married and have children. But Pharaoh's plan didn't work. The worse he treated the Israelites, the bigger their families grew. If something isn't done soon, he said to himself, these people are going to destroy my army and leave my country. So Pharaoh made the work even harder. Still, the Israelites became larger and stronger as a nation. Pharaoh tried another plan. He talked to the midwives, the women who helped deliver the Israelites' babies. He told them to do something horrible. When the Israelites have their babies, I want you to kill all the boys and let the girls live, he demanded. If I destroy all the boys, then the Israelite nation will stop growing and they won't have any men to fight against us. But the midwives respected God more than Pharaoh, so they let the boy babies live. Pharaoh had to change his plan one more time. This time, he sent his army to search the Israelites' houses for baby boys. Throw the baby boys into the Nile River, Pharaoh commanded his army. I will not allow the Israelites to build an army to defeat me. If the Israelites were to save their boys from the Egyptian soldiers, they had to find a way to hide their boys. That is exactly what one Israelite couple did. They hid their son from the soldiers for 3 months. But hiding a baby boy isn't easy. The Israelite couple was afraid the soldiers would find their boy, throw him into the Nile River, and kill the family as well. They had to do something. The mother came up with a plan. She made a small basket out of long bulrush leaves, put her baby boy in the basket, and laid it in the river's edge among some tall water plants called reeds. Moses' sister Miriam hid and kept an eye on the basket. Finally, someone came along and discovered the basket. That someone was Pharaoh's daughter. Inside the basket was the most beautiful little baby she could ever imagine. Pharaoh's daughter fell in love with the baby boy. With some quick thinking, Miriam ran up and said, "If you want, I can get one of the Israelite women to nurse him for you." Pharaoh's daughter agreed and paid the baby boy's real mother to raise him for her. When the boy was old enough, she took him to Pharaoh's daughter, who named him Moses because she took him out of the water. Even though Moses was raised in Pharaoh's house, he always knew he was an Israelite. One day, when he saw an Egyptian beating an Israelite slave, he defended the Israelite and killed the Egyptian. When the report came to Pharaoh, Moses had to leave Egypt to save his own life. Moses ended up in Midian, where he met and married his wife Zipporah. Moses was happy raising his family in Midian, but back in Egypt, life for the Israelites was anything but happy. They cried out to God. He heard their cries and gave Moses his plan to deliver his people from Egypt. Moses was watching his father-in-law's flock when he saw a burning bush that was unharmed by the fire. Amazed, Moses went to look at the bush. As he approached, he heard the voice of the Lord call to him. "Moses, Moses," God called out. "Here I am," Moses replied. "Don't come any closer," God said. "Take off your sandals. You're standing on holy ground." Moses took off his sandals and God continued, "I have heard the cry from my people who are enslaved by the Egyptians. I have come to rescue them and bring them back to their home, a land flowing with milk and honey. And I want you to lead them." "What? Who am I to do that?" Moses replied. "I will be with you," God answered. "I promise that you will serve me as a nation on this mountain." "Why should the Israelites listen to me? Who should I say is commanding this?" Moses asked. "Tell him I am has sent me to you," God replied. "What if Pharaoh doesn't listen to me?" Moses asked. "See that staff in your hand?" God said. "Throw it on the ground." When Moses did, it became a snake, and Moses ran. "Now pick it up by the tail," God said. When Moses did, the snake became a staff again. As a second sign, God made Moses' hand diseased and then made it whole again. In case the people wouldn't believe, God told Moses to do a third sign. He was to pour water from the Nile River onto the ground. When he did, the water would become blood. "But I'm not very good with words. I can't do this," Moses said. "I will be with you and speak through you," God replied. "Send someone else," Moses protested. "Take your brother Aaron with you," God said. He was getting angry with Moses for resisting him. "He can speak for you. I will give you the words, and you will tell him what to say." Finally, Moses agreed to follow God. We, like Moses, can trust that God will help us serve him too.